Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. and today we got a Sunny V2 video. Usually I react to him once and he's kind of gotten a mixed reputation. I've kind of left him be. But this one was one the title made me want to see it. It was, who's the worst family channel in YouTube history? We go get right into this, ladies. Don't hit the like button, subscribe button, comment your thing down below. Let's go.
5 worst family channels in YouTube history, and coming in at number 5 is the Prince family, who would quite literally give up their own children for a couple extra views. The parents Bianca and Damien gain an audience by peddling the most atrocious clickbait you might ever witness. Take for example this video titled, "Pray for the Prince family house firefighters pulled up," with a thumbnail implying that the house had caught on fire. In all actuality, their house-related emergency was a leaking pipe in the backyard, which was fixed not with a firefighting crew, but rather by turning the tap off. In a different video they'd clickbait,
I hate people like this. It doesn't matter if it's not even family. I just hate people who just clickbait so badly. Who clickbait so badly that it's next level. I need these people to stop because we're so annoyed with them. Like, just stop, man. Just stop. Who do you think if you're watching this, who do you think's the worst, like, what's the channel you think is the worst at clickbait? What's the worst channel for clickbait? Let me know.
car got repoed, we're going broke. Although after clicking on the video, you'll find that the car was simply being taken to a mechanic as a result of a flat battery. On top of this, they've literally uploaded more than 10 extremely serious videos stating that they're breaking up without ever actually doing so, but even then this is nothing.
How do you do 10? We broke up. That's when you came out. You ran out of ideas, right? You ran out of ideas. Time for just do. We broke up again. Like, that's all you got. That's probably a terrible couple. This is probably a terrible couple. I bet the couple's terrible. I bet the family's. Oh God, I feel bad. I feel bad for the child. Cause he has stupid ass parents.
Compared to how they use their children and pregnancies to get extra clicks. The scummiest example is this video titled "No Heartbeat," with a thumbnail of a pregnant Bianca going into an ambulance, implying that perhaps their baby had died. When you watch the video, however, it's explained that Bianca simply had a bladder infection, which moved the position of the baby in her womb.
They couldn't find her heartbeat at first because she moved so much. The baby keeps moving.
Then in this video titled, "We got into a car accident at 32 weeks pregnant, she freaked out," the Prince family implied that they'd crashed the Lambo and put their unborn baby in danger, when in all reality they'd simply gotten a couple of scratches at the rear of the vehicle.
I am so angry at these two. This is insane. I'd smack the dude. I don't care anything. If this dude came up to me and I saw this dude, I'd smack the shit out of him. I'd smack. They don't deserve to have children. You know, there's just some people who who shouldn't have children. There just aren't. There's some people who shouldn't have children. These two of them, just stop having sex. Just stop doing it. You're doing the world a favor and yourselves a favor. You clearly are just a bunch of absolute narcissistic idiots. You don't know what you're doing. Just, I'm doing you all a favor. Just stop.
Although it'd be when the baby was born that they'd become even scummier, beginning with Bianca implying that she wasn't happy with the baby's physical appearance just moments after giving birth.
She's gonna have brown eyes for sure. I thought she was gonna have pretty eyes. Light blue eyes.
She do got pretty eyes.
Like, she's gonna have brown eyes for sure.
Her ears. Look at her.
She's beautiful.
Imagine being 1 hour old and your parents are obsessing over your skin/eye color. The nurse had to remind them that she's a beautiful baby.
It's the... I want to smack him. I want to smack him. You know where they live? Okay, if you're watching, I know this sounds bad, but I'm gonna say it anyways. If you know where these two live, don't do anything super violent. But if you see them, walk over to them and smack them. and say I told you to do it. That way I get in trouble, not you. Well, actually, you probably get a... Okay, never mind, don't do that. Never mind. I was gonna say, never mind. Just ignore me. See, this is why people don't listen. This is why I'm not the role model you need, because my brain was just about to tell people to go smack. I'm gonna get this. I'm glad I'm not as popular as I am, because at that moment this would get clipped out, and then someone would go smack them too, and then would get arrested, and then it'd be my fault. And yeah, that would go bad. That would be hilarious though if I read that story. If I find out like someone just happened to walk over and just specifically smacked, like slapped them too, and then I'd be like, yep, that was done by me. Great. This is when my brain should stop working. That's what should be happening here. We're gonna go back to the video and pretend like I didn't say nothing.
If you mix this in with more clickbait about Damien not being the father, it's no surprise that they'd state CPS almost took our kids from us, although this video was also clickbait, as they'd spend the entire 36 minutes doing a mukbang without ever addressing the title. While it's hard to call their content noble, the Prince family haven't really hurt anyone with their untruthful videos, although the same can't be said for the royalty.
Yeah, okay, that's fair, I guess. They haven't hurt anyone with their videos, they're just slimy and messed up with it. See, that's why that's why they just get smacked. If I was to they would just get smacked, because at least them two are not hurting anyone except everyone's brain cells with their stupidity. What is your stupid ass doing?
Family. The household consisting of Mother Andrea, Father Ali, and their son Ferran employ much of the same tactics as the Prince family, although with the added bonus of extremely fake videos, often made with the purpose of justifying poor choices. For example, in mid-2019, they'd upload a video titled,
"Oh, we did this before, so we know these people. These ones is one we did a channel on. I believe we did a channel on this one. We did a channel. We did a video on this one, on this specific family. We did one for it.
Why is this happening to our family? The truth, in which they'd fake a scenario where fans were showing up at their house.
Hey bro, why are you taking pictures of my house? Hey bro, why are you taking pictures of my house? I love the show, bro. You think that's cool, bro?
So they could then announce.
This is the thing, this is a family of incredibly bad actors. Every one of them. There's not a good actor in here. The child is bad at acting. The guy is bad at acting. The girl's bad at acting. The probably best actor is the baby, and it doesn't even know what's going on. Because if someone, listen, this thing, if two people drive up into my house, right, walk up on my parking lot, on my driveway, walk up in my driveway, and you sit on the side thing and you start taking pictures, I'm not gonna go and say, why you take pictures of my house. No. I'm gonna walk over, walk down the stairs, go over to where your window is, pull the thing you're taking pictures with out, and smash it on the floor. Because you don't take pictures of my house. You don't walk up in my driveway. The man walking on my driveway is about to be thrown down the driveway. You just don't do it. Yeah, I ain't take no shit. I don't play no shit. Nah.
In the very next video that they were buying a mansion. Once in their mansion, they'd stage another video where a homeless person had broken into their back house, leading Ali to become the hero by giving the homeless guy money.
I don't want him to stay on the streets. Can't be selfish. I'm gonna give you some cash, but I'm gonna need you to leave, alright?
Only 4 months later, their back house was actually broken into by a real intruder, leading them to show their true colors by giving a totally different response.
Are you serious, bro? Going to people's homes and sleeping in the back? Hey, serious, call the cops.
With these videos also hinting at their next major problem.
That is a good thing, right? So that is the thing. You actually catch a homeless person breaking into the house. When they actually do, right? They call the police. When someone else does it, when their actor does it, they give money because he's a hero, right? So, right? It's the way you present yourself. It's always the way you present yourself. You have to realize that when you do, you will. If you want to be not everyone's gonna just agree with everything you do, right? But if you make yourself look out to be like a fucking asshole, which these guys are, It's gonna come back to bite you. It's just gonna.
Extreme materialism. Their channel achieved most of its growth through videos spoiling their son beyond belief. For example, 8-year-old takes parents' credit card no budget at mall, throwing a dart on a map and buying whatever it lands on, and if you guess the price I'll buy it for you challenge, in which they spend up to $1,000 on brand name clothing for their child, just so they can make a viral video. Although their fake videos and materialism are pretty minor when compared to their sketchy family history. In March 2021, the royalty
Oh yeah, so this is the one where the father's not allowed around him, and they force the child to say in a video that they don't want anything to do with him, and he's sick of him, and he's full of lies, and they made the child say he was lying. This is what annoyed me about this family, is they forced the child. You can tell the child doesn't buy this, doesn't even want to say the shit he's saying. Oh, I hate these two. Oh, I hate this so much. The child's not even a good actor either. The child's not even a good actor. He's even bad at acting. Which, I mean, he's a fucking child, but there's good child actors out there, and he ain't one of them.
family uploaded a video titled "I'm Not Farhan's Father, Truth Revealed," in which the dad Ali explained that he was actually Farhan's stepdad.
I'm not his biological dad, but I consider myself as his dad. I love him to death. He's like my son. I treat him like my son.
At around the same point in time, Farhan's biological father came forward to state that he'd been locked out of his son's life for over 4 years, which was followed by him appearing on the Dad Challenge podcast, where he'd completely exposed the family. He'd stated the mother, Andrea, was a former adult film star who fled to the USA after getting...
I always forget that part. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, right? Looking at her, no offense. Because she looks like someone you would find in an adult film. But yeah. What a shocking twist, I guess, to people. That probably was a shocking twist to people.
Getting into trouble with a group of drug dealers in South America. After she and the biological dad moved to the USA, she cancelled the biological dad's visa, forcing him to return to South America, then began cheating on the biological dad with Ali after the two met in a gym. The son for...
Oh, that is one slimy bitch. Oh, that is a slimy bitch move. Oh my, so the guy flew over to America. She canceled his visa, so he had to move back to South America, stay far away from her. Then he cheated on her. Then she cheated on him with this guy. Oh, that is such a... Oh, she is such a bitch. That is such a bitch. There's probably worse words you could use to describe her. That move specifically. Oh, I don't like that bitch at all.
Farhan has no idea that any of this even happened, as he's completely forbidden from going on the internet.
Farhan is completely and utterly never allowed on the internet. Ali blocks him from every incoming anything. He's not allowed to have a phone with the internet on it.
And therefore the parents simply tell Farhan that the biological dad is crazy, although if you take this, add some scams, poor financial decisions, and a severe case of bankruptcy, you'll likely end up with the Ace family. Similar to the royal...
You do realize, right? I need them to understand this. If that's true, the child part, where the child's not allowed to be on the internet and does not know what's going on, you do realize that child's gonna hate you, right? Like, in the future, when he's like a teenager, and like he will get the internet, and he will be on the internet, that child's going to hate you. Because the truth will come out to him. He will find out. You will get mad. And he will get mad at you for what he finds out. You are not going to have a good relationship with your kid. I guarantee you that.
family, the Ace family gained close to 20 million subscribers by throwing money around in pursuit of the perfect family image. It began with the husband Austin purchasing a Jeep for his wife Catherine's birthday, although within only 18 months of doing so, this had escalated into buying Lamborghinis and flexing their mansion. Throughout the process, they were exposed for renting despite having claimed they bought the property, although it'd be when they did actually buy their own mansion that their channel completely fell apart. The Ace family essentially found two separate houses, ripped out the insides and combine them together, creating a 12-bedroom, 13-bathroom mega mansion. It cost them over $10 million to buy the property in an area where very few sold for more than $2 million, made worse when it was shown that they'd financed the entire purchase.
I mean, I'm not surprised, because that was a dumb move. Why would you do that? Also, why would you do that? You live by yourself with YouTube. It's just you two and maybe a child if you got one. But if you don't got a child, what you need a 12-bedroom, 13 fucking thing house for? What the fuck you? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Come on.
Rooms took out a hard money loan of $8.85 million from Five Arch Funding Corp.
Yeah, a hell of a loan to get, boy. A hell of a loan. You ain't paying that back. You ain't ever paying that back. Ever. You are never paying that loan back, ever.
And another $1 million loan from TMK Development LLC, who I'm assuming is also a hard money lender. Hard money loans are expensive loans used by house flippers that almost always have a 1-year payback term. They're considered expensive because the borrower typically pays multiple points at closing and an interest rate of 10 to 12% on an interest-only loan.
To pay off their loans, Austin hosted a boxing event called Social Gloves, which he estimated would make between $200 and $500 million. Instead, it sold only 136,000 pay-per-view subscriptions at between $50 and $90 each, meaning that at an absolute maximum, the event made no more than $12 million, or 17 times less than the estimated figure. For this reason, Austin...
Oh my god. This was bad, bro. That is bad. Man, listen, if you want to run a fight event, that's fine. Fight events are kind of fun. I'd do that. I don't got the money to do that, but I'd do it. It sounds fun. You just gotta think business-wise with it. So the business. If you don't think business, you're not gonna be smart with it. Right? If it ain't business, if you don't think smart business-wise and you just expect because it's a fighting event, it'll make a bunch of money, you ain't gonna do well.
Was unable to pay any of the fighters, made worse when he was sued by the event's organizer for $100 million. This would then accompany 11 other lawsuits relating to previous rental properties and Catherine's makeup line, doing so much damage to their finances they could no longer afford their mortgage. In mid-2021, it was announced that their mega mansion was going into foreclosure, after which they'd upload a video titled Our House Story, in which they'd spend over an hour blaming the developer for building the house incorrectly, before stating this.
And we're probably gonna get like 5 more houses in the next 10 years. Like, we're gonna invest. We're gonna get more homes and more homes and more homes.
However, the Ace family have made no such comeback, as things have only gotten worse. When we covered the Ace family back in November 2021, their channel was still doing 10 million views per month. However, this number has since dropped to less than 2 million as a result of an almost non-existent upload schedule. The Ace family tried to redeem themselves by hosting a festival called Ace Fest, which attendees called underwhelming, before they'd announce a car giveaway, which was then debunked as a scam by Atozi in this video. The current state of the Ace family is best summarized by the dislike ratio on their most recent video, although even then they still look perfect in comparison to Daddy05. The family...
Fuck Daddy! Oh, I hate this channel so much. I'm gonna hear about it, but I hate this. The next 3 I feel are gonna be the ones I hate the most. But this one is usually my worst. But since it's not even the top 1, I'm curious what the other ones are. Because I hate this channel so much.
They began on YouTube by playing fairly innocent pranks on each other. However, as time progressed, the parents seemed to realize that the more extreme the prank, the more views they'd get. With this in mind, the parents began to fish for increasingly severe reactions.
Get her as mad as you could possibly get her. I'll end it, but let's see how mad you can get her.
While realizing that not every kid in the family was worth pranking equally.
Emma cannot be pranked! When we do prank her,
She has like no reaction to it.
While they couldn't get a reaction out of Emma, Cody was the exact opposite and would always give a highly emotional response in every single video. For this reason, he was heavily picked on by the parents, which would peak with a now infamous video titled The Invisible Ink Prank, where the parents basically accuse Cody of something he didn't do, then yell at him until he's crying in the corner. With comments such as the
Yeah. Yep. This is the perfect description. These people are just sick and evil. That's all it is. It's all about views. It's all about views. Because here's the thing. They're all good family channels. I bet on there. They're all channels that you watch. They're just bunch fam channels that actually just want to showcase the family's life. And that's it. They don't try to do anything evil, anything stupid. They probably exist. This isn't it. This is just pure evil and desperate for views and will mess with everyone and will traumatize their children just to get some views. It's sick.
These people are just sick and evil. Nothing but a bunch of sadists. They severely traumatize the children. I'm so scared for all those kids. It's no surprise that the parents then try to convince the audience that the prank had been set up.
I don't care anymore.
No, this is the part I love. It's not that the kids are set up. It's the kids' idea that always gets me so annoyed. Like, they're just like, no, it's the kids' idea. You see, it's all the kids' fault that we do this. They always want to do the pranks. It's always them. It's them. It's not us. Actually, we wouldn't even do the pranks if it wasn't for the kids. So you need to blame the kids for that, not us. No, it's all the kids.
Videos are fake. They're fake. They're over-exaggerated. Some videos are scripted. Some they're just played out.
However, just a few days prior, the parents had said something different to Keemstar.
Are these videos 100% real?
Right.
The videos were not fake, but some things are a little exaggerated.
After which the family removed every single video from their channel, excluding a formal apology in a desperate bid to win back their audience.
This has been the absolute worst week of our life, and we realize that we have made some terrible parenting decisions.
But with comment after comment along the lines of, worst week of our life? Yeah, you gave them damage for their whole lives. You're disgusting. It seemed their viewers were done watching, and the audience wasn't the only thing that the family was set to lose.
Cody and his 11-year-old sister Emma were both removed from the home and at least temporarily placed with their biological mother, Rose Hall.
Emma and Cody are with me. I have emergency custody.
Okay, so that's what this was. Okay, because I remember I was like, didn't they lose their kids? And people said they didn't, so I guess what happened instead was they lost temporary custody of the kids, but they probably won them back, because no one died, I guess, so the justice system decided they were good parents. I don't know anymore. I've given up on trying to figure out the fucking system.
As mentioned, Cody and Emma were both taken and returned to their biological mother, after which an article was posted reading, controversial Daddy05 YouTubers sentenced to probation for prank videos with their kids. It explained that each of the parents had been charged with 2 counts of neglecting a minor, after which YouTube made the choice to permanently delete Daddy05's channel. With nowhere else to go, the family began posting videos to their own website behind a $5 paywall, although they'd soon discontinue the practice with the message, in order to move on with the healing process from the 2017 events, we have agreed willingly to remove our videos from even this site. For the sake and well-being of our family, Mike and I feel it is best that we take a long break from the public spotlight. They returned to YouTube in 2019 with a new channel called The Martin Family, although with an average dislike ratio of around 75%, it seems their social media future is as dead as fried chicken. Even then, Daddy05 is lucky to have a life outside of prison, as the 8 Passengers Family channel recently landed its founder.
Oh yeah, this is the actual family. The actual woman behind the channel is in jail. I don't know enough details about this, but I do remember this person just got sent to jail.
Behind bars. 8 Passengers was created by Ruby and Kevin Frankie back in early 2015, where they began to share videos of their unique life as a Mormon family of 8. They'd post videos doing everything from sports to parties. However, the audience quickly noticed that whenever the kids did anything wrong, the parents always gave an unreasonable level of punishment. For example, when her 6-year-old daughter failed to make her own lunch before school, the mother punished the daughter by refusing to bring her food, despite being asked by the teacher.
I responded and just said, Eve is
was responsible for making her lunches in the morning. So the natural outcome is she's just going to need to be hungry. Hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.
Later stating in a different...
I heard one line. All I need to hear. All I need to hear to make me hate her more than Daddy 05. That's all I need to hear. That's it. I didn't think someone could top Daddy 05 when it goes to me hating the people. Hating the people who run a family channel. That is topped it by a mile. That's all I need to hear. All I needed to hear was this person say that because the child did not make her own lunch or make her own food, she just starves. She's just gonna starve. And she said, I hope that no one steps in and gives her food. You are hoping your child starves. Thank God this woman went to jail. Thank God. You just saved a bunch of kids because they all would have been found in bad physical health from this bitch. Thank God this woman's in jail.
Different video, my kids are literally starving. I hesitate to say this because this is gonna sound like I'm a mean barbarian. This woman should never be allowed. None of her children should ever even go see her. She is just wrong in every way. I hate this woman so much. But I told the kids, I said, I'm not even gonna let you eat breakfast until you get your chores done. When these punishments failed to achieve the parents' desired outcome, they'd upped the ante by refusing presents to their two youngest kids on Christmas.
This year, they are not going to be visited by Santa. Christmas morning, their 4 older siblings will be getting Christmas presents to open, and that they will have the gift of love from their dad and I, because we want them to really have a visceral experience that hits them.
Which was in addition.
This is the dumbest woman I have ever seen in my entire life. This woman deserves to be studied on how a fucked up parent looks like. If you question what a messed up parent looks like, psychologically, not abusively, I don't think, unless I'm wrong, and I'm about to be the twist that she has abused them, which I haven't heard yet, so I'm going right now. This is how you abuse your children psychologically. That is what she has figured out, and she is doing it as best as she can to mess her children up psychologically.
In addition to their oldest son sleeping on a beanbag for 7 months as punishment for playing one single prank.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
Noticing a pattern of overly strict parenting, a Change.org petition was launched reading, Get 8 passengers Ruby Frankie under investigation for child abuse, after which multiple videos were published documenting the family's controversial history. As a result, their viewership evaporated by over 90%, and by 2023 the channel was struggling to gain 1 million views per month. Ruby had also grown tired of being criticized by the public, making the choice to permanently delete the channel on the 2nd of August 2023. However, this wouldn't be the end of the 8 passengers saga. The oldest daughter, Cherie, had always been outspoken about her family's parenting style and would post this image to her Instagram story showing police and the caption "Finally," only 4 weeks after the channel was deleted. It was then
Okay, see, we have at least the oldest daughter who has some common stink. She, couldn't really do anything because no one's gonna say anything. And no matter what you say, apparently, just the system is so messed up when it comes to children, and people could try to say it isn't, but it is. The oldest daughter sees her mother being arrested and goes, finally. Finally you're taking this, that we don't have to deal with her.
revealed that the mother had been arrested for aggravated child abuse after the 12-year-old son had been found emaciated and malnourished, with open wounds and duct tape around the extremities. The condition of the juvenile was so severe that they were seen by Santa Clara Island's EMS and transported to a local area hospital.
I hate this chick.
Ruby Franke is currently being held in jail awaiting
trial. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.